Our next rockstar speaker is Mr. Sunil Jain.
Good afternoon to everyone. Thank you. So the topic that I am sharing with you is a personal experience of mine where I am, what allows me to do what I am doing today. So little bit about myself, little introduction background so that you know whom you are speaking to. I was born in 1975 in Bangalore, and within 18 months of my life, I got polio. And my mom tells that, I don't remember this, my mom says, when I got this, entire body was affected, so I was just lying down as a vegetable. Only my senses were working. And it took some work by my parents that within 8 years, they went to any places that was available in India so that I am today, the position that I am today. Yeah, I am starting this with thanks to my mother and father. The second thing is I want to thank you, each one of you, for two things. One is, this is a weekend, right? We could have been doing anything, but we are as a group of people sitting and just thinking together how can make this world better. So with that, I want to start the topic, ability is in responsibility. Now, for me, responsibility is your ability to respond. Your ability to respond. So I'm not speaking to people who are not capable or able here, right? So if I'm speaking to people who are trying to find some more ability, then we need to find a place so that say that, yes, I am disabled. If you don't get to a place that I am disabled, then you don't have an opportunity to discover your ability. So the question that leaves us with is, what do you want to respond to? How do you discover what do you want to respond to? So the answer to is, we all have problems in life. How many of you have problems in life today? Somebody who doesn't have a problem, God. Thank you, thank you. I just want to make a point. There were problems in your life 20 years back. How many of you can vouch for that? There were problems 20 years back, and those problems doesn't exist today. If those problems doesn't exist, please keep your hands down. Good. So the very nature of problem is, problem will persist. If you have today one problem, tomorrow there will be another problem. So all along, we live life finding out, fighting for that there shouldn't be any problem. What I have discovered is, life is full of problem. Life is full of problem, and the question that you want to live with yourself is, what is that problem you want to give your life for? So you can have ample number of problems in your life, but what is that problem that you want to give your life for? That is one question. If you can, I think the person who was speaking before is a continuation of that. How do you find what you want to do? How do you find is just put yourself in the problem. Just put yourself in the problem. I'll just share with one example. It was 2.5 years back. I used to travel to Chennai, from Bangalore to Chennai and Chennai to Bangalore every week in train or bus, depending upon the availability of tickets. And I was returning from Chennai to Bangalore. Train was coming at 5:30 in the morning to the railway station. And I usually don't take anybody along with me. I just talk to people, get support. I'll manage somehow. That's how I operate in life. And this was one of those days. And 5:30, Bangalore station comes, platform number 4. I asked the person sitting beside me, can you support me to wheel to the auto rickshaw stand? He said, fine, sure. And we got down, and he has this wheeling. There was no light in the platform. And my wheelchair got stuck, and I fell out of the wheelchair. And my leg got bruised. There was a hairline fracture. I got hurt on my head. And I managed it. I went home, went to doctor for 3 days. Somehow I managed myself. And these 3 days I was very disturbed about myself. And I was speaking to one of my friends. In that call, I was just sharing how system is not good, platform is not good, light was not there, what will happen to this country, blah, blah. I went on. Then he asked me one question. See, you have handled yourself. Now you have handled yourself. In another day, one day you will be out of your bed and you'll be fine. But what happened to that platform? What happened to that platform? That's what I got. I mean, what am I doing? Can I take responsibility for that platform? Then the moment I said, I'm going to make some change to that platform, I got action just opening up like this. All I did was to find out to Google who was the divisional manager of South Railway. I didn't even know this designation before this. When I Googled it out, I found this the number, 4 or 5 calls, no response. Then what I did was I wrote a letter saying this is what happened, and this is a situation of platform number 4, and if this cannot be done, this is the impact on people who are traveling. So can you act? You are the person who's responsible for this. Can you act? So within a week, I get back a letter that within 15 days, that platform will be rectified. And within 1 month, I got one more letter saying that this platform is restored. That's where I got thinking, people are responsible. It's not that people are not responsible. People are really responsible. It's just that we want to just have them be present to their responsibility. And how do you take responsibility? Just throw yourself into the problem. Throw yourself into the problems. And what problem? The problem to which you can give your life for. Other small chitty problem will be there in your life. And what are the side effects of this throwing yourself in the problem? Side effects? Side effect is people will be inspired. People will really inspired. Just an example, people will find their ability. I also have this habit of not communicating to people what challenges I have when I want to go to some place, right? I usually try to manage without communicating, so just discover how people react to it. And I was working with one organization in Bangalore, and we had to meet on a particular day, particular time. I went there in my car, I just went there, and the person standing in the second floor, he said, meeting in the second floor. I said, I cannot walk. He said, oh. They were all over the place for a minute. Then the team leader comes and meets me and said, how do you go to second floor? I said, somebody has to carry me. Or if there is a lift, that will be good. He said, there's no lift. It's fine, I mean, what can we do? He said, can we have the meeting in the basement? I said, sure, why not? The point is not that we had the meeting in the basement. The point is, people are really great. Everywhere people are great. It's just that they don't have an opportunity to make a difference. And I consider myself as an access for people to making a difference. When I say I, it's not the person Sunil Jain, the person with different abilities, right? The whatever you call differently, challenged, disabled, whatever you call. These are the people who have got challenges, but they can bring in different perspective to life. A very different perspective which when I say you don't have the opportunity to interact with that aspect of life. That's why I'm saying you don't have an access. Otherwise, you are brilliant. If you interact with me for another 1 hour, you will find many, many ways to make a difference to differently abled people. It's just that we don't get together and interact with each other. I had called one of my friends for a movie outing. And she was all over the place. How can I take you for a movie? I said, come. And we went to a theater. Theater was not also accessible. Somehow she managed. She managed to wheel me. Somehow she managed. Sure. 1 minute, sure. 1 minute for 6 minutes, right? Yeah? Thank you. At the end of the day, when we traveling back, she said, Sunil, you know what? You have broken fear in me that I cannot manage somebody who cannot walk. I'm so left confident about myself. That's another side effect what happens when you allow people to really be with your challenges. People discover themselves. So I've been discovering myself and sharing this with people so that if it can leave people with some sort of thought, a new thought, which enable them to take new action. I have acted in a movie. I had recently got trained to sing a song. So I'll be concluding my talk by a song which I think this is the biggest challenge the world is facing, to spread love and happiness and joy in life. So what is life? You will end with the question, what is my life? So I'm just communicating what could be life through this song. Volume. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है। माना अपने जेब से फकीर हैं, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। माना अपनी जेब से फकीर हैं, फिर भी यारो दिल के हम अमीर हैं। जले जो प्यार के लिए वो जिंदगी, मिटे जो प्यार के लिए वो जिंदगी, किसी को हो ना हो हमें तो एतबार, जीना इसी का नाम है। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हमी से नाम प्यार का। रिश्ता दिल से दिल के एतबार का, जिंदा है हमी से नाम प्यार का। के मर के भी किसी को याद आएंगे, किसी की आंसुओं में मुस्कुराएंगे, कहेगा फूल हर कली से बार बार, जीना इसी का नाम है। सिंग किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है।
That was Mr. Sunil Jain, very successful chartered accountant, brilliant speaker, very humble, great speech, and a great song also. So he has so many alternates. The ability is in the responsibility.
Now I will, to Mr. Sunil Jain, give my perspective about the station itself. It was in the year 1974-75.
You were on the same station?
No, no. How many of you are from Assam? How many of you have gone to Assam? I will tell you that. I will tell you. It was in the year 1975-76. I was holding some programs in MLA hostel, Dispur. So when I went to get my reservation booked, I found there was one person, cancellation, reservation, and then connecting train and all that. So I said, tell me, those who come first class, second class, third class, all booking, one person. So I told that man, you are managing without any, so much rush is there. And those who come for first class, at least either their servants come, or if a person himself comes, how can he get this quickly because he has no time with him? So he said, sir, what can I do? There is no such arrangement. But I was so lucky, 4 or 5 officers, they were inspecting those place situations. He said, these are the officers from the railways, you can talk to them. I immediately went to them. I explained them the position. at least you should have 1, 2 more persons.
So we'll have to just...
So that was
this.
done within 1 month after my knocking the door at there.
Thomas.
I just want to say, you said that we have to assign ourselves to problems so we can fix them. But the thing is that 20 years from now, or well, if I right now found a problem in society which I didn't like, and I assigned myself to it, and I spent all my years just practicing and learning and doing what I needed, no matter how ugly, to prepare myself for when I went against the problem.
Sure.
But in that amount of time, in about 15 years from now maybe, I was finally ready and finally equipped to fight against the problem wouldn't exist anymore. There's a big chance it wouldn't exist anymore. So how are you going to fix the fact that the problems happening today are changing really fast? And if you want someone to get assigned to a problem, you're going to have to assign themselves faster. So how are you going to deal with that?
I don't know. Your problem is to have a quick solutions for problem, isn't it? Isn't it? That's your problem, right?
Yeah.
I'm not invalidating that problem. That's a very good thing. If we can make this world joyful in a day, like why not, right? But I'm inviting you to put yourself into that problem and explore. Discover yourself. There's no ready answers. Hope I answered your question. Did I? Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas, and thank you, Sunil. Yes, I absolutely agree with you, because I mean, if you're prepared for problems, there would be no problems. Yeah. But you you have to be prepared to immerse yourself into that problem and find a solution.
We'll speak more.
Yes.
Kudos to you, Sunil. I am associated with the family of disabled, and believe me, it's people, I think, like you, who make people like us who are so abled. We have learned so much from you, dear friend, so much from you that it has opened our eyes. And dealing with the family of disabled, I find you all are more able than we abled people. You all have opened our eyes to see the reality of life, to give awareness to people, to bring, you know, in the RWAs that I stay in Gurgaon, I made everyone put platforms for you all to be abled friendly. So it's you and people like you who have opened our eyes and our society to make you all the lotus of our lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunil. That was brilliant. Thank you so much. There's Sunil Jain once again speaking about our ability is in the responsibility. May we have Mr. Hunar Brar to give away the certificate to Mr. Sunil Jain.